Mm. So good to see you. I just finished welcoming everybody who's here in person. We've got a very full house here at the Sage Goddess building. So happy to see you. I've been watching you guys trickle in. I see people saying, hi, upstate New York, hi, Oregon, hi, Tokyo, hi, Melbourne. So I'm just really happy to have all of you from wherever you are in the world. We are sitting here on the west side of Los Angeles in a very warm room. So I won't complain though, because it's cold in a lot of places that you are, so I will not complain about the heat. But welcome, welcome. So we are celebrating the full moon tonight. As I was just telling everybody in the room, we are honoring Pachamama. We've been honoring goddesses all year long. And tonight it is our turn to look at South America and to really honor a goddess from the Incan Empire. I don't know about you, but that excites me. There's a little bit of Aztec Incan stuff happening in my blood. And so I love the idea that we're going to honor more of an indigenous goddess tonight than we have worked with before. Pachamama, the name, if you haven't heard it before, it probably sounds kind of weird. I remember the first time I heard people talk about Pachamama, it was like, I speak Spanish, but I had not heard the word Patcha. Patcha is actually a Quechua word, or an Aymara word, which is indigenous to people from the Andes Mountains in Peru. And interestingly enough, so much that you can read about Pachamama. If you're in my sabbatical class, I sort of overloaded you with information about Pachamama. But so much of who Pachamama is and what she represents and her magic comes from Peru. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Peruvian magic and Peruvian energy, just a couple minutes, just to ground you, so that you know who we're talking about, why she's so important. So Patcha in Quechua, or the Aymara language, means earth. But it also means the sky and the flowers and the animals and the trees. It's the net. Do you know what I mean? When we talk about the matrix and the energy field, does that make sense to everybody? You know, we are all sort of part of one big web. And truly, energetically, we are all part of one big web. That's why when I'm upset, if you're an empath, you feel it. Because guess what? I'm you, and you're me. So you're just picking up on your own feelings, really. So we're all part of this web. Patcha is, I love words that don't have an English translation. Do you love them too? It's like, we say Patcha means earth, and it sure does not mean earth. It means literally everything in creation. It's sort of like the flower of life. That's what I think of when I think about Patcha. So Pachamama is the mother of everything. So beautiful. And in a way, she's Gaia, right? I mean, that's another way to think about Pachamama. If you want to take it to another pantheon that you might be more comfortable with, Gaia is who we're working with tonight. And so what we're doing tonight is a little bit of a journey. I'm going to drum. I haven't drummed in a little while. But it's going to be a journey of gratitude for you, okay? And I was telling the group in the room, one of the things that I think we've gotten away from in our practice, and it's why it's left a lot of us hollow, is that we're constantly asking for something. Give me blessings, give me peace, give me love, give me money, give me nice people, give me whatever it is. So we walk around like this, even in ritual terms, right? Like, you know, we were asking for, all season long, we've been asking for focus, right? We've been asking for healing. We've been asking for blessings. We've been asking. But I think it's very important to think in your life about turning your hand upside down and giving rather than asking. And that the fact that that actually begins a whole cycle of abundance for you, it's really true. If you practice in your life, and whether you listen to Tony Robbins or Oprah Winfrey or any of the people who are really, you know, Deepak Chopra, who are considered thought leaders in the spiritual world, whoever you listen to, they will tell you that if you want more in your life, you have to say thank you, and that you should start your day in gratitude. And it actually is a really peaceful way of starting your day. If you begin your day by thinking to myself, and even on a shitty day, when you're kind of feeling like you're not grateful for anything, starting your day by saying, I'm going to give thanks right now for 3 things. Or do it before you go to bed, right? You give thanks for 3 things. And sometimes I even give thanks for the rough things. Do you do that too? Like, well, I'm thankful for that uncomfortable conversation today. Zing! You know, it's easy to be thankful for the fun things. It's really hard to look and be thankful for the bad things. I'm even thankful for the health challenges I've had in my life. And when I say that, people think I'm as crazy as the day is long, but I'm super grateful for them. And I can already see the blessing. Sometimes you have to wait your whole life, I think, to see the blessing. But I'm constantly looking. I think when things happen to you, they happen to you for a reason, to teach you or help you grow or stretch. And I think if you can see that, the bad parts of it don't last so long. I think when the bad parts of bad things stretch out for decades, it's because it's like the universe is knocking at your door and you're not listening. Do you know what I mean? So if you can see the blessing early, I think you save yourself a lot of trouble. Now, it's hard to be thankful, you sweet ones in Louisiana right now. Super hard to be thankful for that. You know, I mean, where's the blessing, right? But in my groups, we've been talking about water and why so much water comes. You know, water comes when we're parched, and water clears. It destroys, but it clears. And so what's it clearing there? You know, we're holding space for you tonight, those of you who are so affected by the floods in the South. We are sitting with you. Louisiana is one of my favorite places in the world. I really feel a soul connection there. So if you're sitting in the South tonight and you're worried and you're going through all that, just know that you're not alone. We're holding space for you. Okay, so I'm going to drum a little bit while we meditate tonight. All you have to do is just be. There's nothing you have to think about. We do have some tools that we're working with. We have a beautiful Pachamama candle. That's what that looks like. There's Pachamama perfume, which, oh, I did. Yeah, I don't know what happened. This happened last night with sabbatical too. Yeah, they could still hear me. You guys can hear me, right? But you can't see me. Hang on. Sorry. We are fixing our technical difficulties. I'm going to keep talking. So Pachamama is like this party in a bottle. Did you guys like it? It's all the things. So I'm just going to anoint quickly. If you've been with me for a while, you know this is what I do. So I take a little bit of my oil. Can you see me now? Should I start dancing?
That's so weird.
They can hear.
It says you're live.
You can see me.
Really?
Can you really see me?
Hey, can
Nope.
you see?
Okay, so I take a little bit of my oil. If you can't see me, you can just like think about me for a minute. Imagine. I take a little bit. I anoint my third eye. There I am.
Here you are. Where are they?
Okay, I anoint my third eye. This is for what I know. I anoint my wrist. This is for what I do. Yeah, and then I anoint my ankles. I'm not going to pull up my dress to show you, but just trust me that I am. And that's for where I go. What I do or what I know, what I do, where I go. Okay, and I'm going to pass this around the room. So anybody else who wants to work with Pachamama who hasn't worked with her can do that. Pachamama, you know, sometimes sage goddess perfumes are intentional perfumes, okay? So sometimes I hope they're pretty. A lot of times that's not my goal. My goal is to create a scent that has a certain energy to it. And so everything South American is in that bottle. There's chocolate and there's all kinds of spices that are indigenous to the region. There is mango and papaya. It's all the things. And it dries down. It's very interesting. It shape shifts a little bit, which, you know, that's Pachamama too. She's all the things. She's the water. She's the earth. She's the fire. She's the air. She's all the things to you. So that's what the intention for the perfume was. And then we're working with several stones tonight. I think the most important stone, and it really depends on what you are focusing on, is aventurine. Personally, for tonight, I think of aventurine being her stone because it's growth, fertility, expansive creation. It's holding all of the energy of all that is. And if you have her herbs, you're welcome to burn this as an incense. It has cinquefoil, walnut, and tobacco. Tobacco, it actually has ceremonial tobacco in it. This was a crazy ritual set in part because of this, because you really can't buy ceremonial tobacco online. So the fact that we're able to put it into the tins is pretty special. This would be a huge prosperity incense, so I'd recommend that you burn it. The fact that it has tobacco in it, that's already an offering. So even if everybody who's here tonight, don't be jealous, but they're going to make herb pouches to make a despacho or an offering to Pachamama. If you were here, I wish you could do it too. If I could, I would send them through the screen, but I can't do that. But you could even begin your offering, because we're going to talk about how to make an offering, where you can begin right here and actually use the herbs in the tin. I don't know if there's any kits left. I'll find out for you if there's any kits left and let you know. Okay, so we are under a full moon in Aquarius. There's a couple more things I want to tell you about tonight. What does that mean? I gathered my team up yesterday and I told them a full moon in Aquarius is going to feel like you're overthinking everything. In fact, even in the room right now, you all are thinking, and it's real quiet. Aquarius is this sign. You know what Aquarians do? We talked about this last year when I did. My mom's an Aquarius. I don't know a ton of Aquarius people because you know what Leos do? We repel them. like bugs. Because if you look at the great wheel, Leo is across from Aquarius, which means we're polar opposites, right? So, and I literally think I was born to agitate my mother. I really do. And I was so successful. It's like, yes, I did it. If she was in the room right now, she would just be saying, you know, anyway, I was born to agitate her. But what Aquarians do is they overthink. And then in their head, they decide, okay, this is what's true. And then they believe it, and then they act on it. And it's like, wait a minute, back up that truck all the way back here. Because you just did something that's totally based in non-reality because you decided that that was reality and that was true. And so now that truck just hit me. And here I am over here having to deal with the fallout of it. A full moon takes that natural tendency of Aquarius. I'm going to keep talking. If you guys can see me, great. If you can hear me, just stay with me. You don't have to see me right now. I'm not even looking that cute. It's hot in the room. What a full moon in Aquarius does is it takes that natural tendency that we all have to overthink, you know, and to create a schema. Does anybody know what a schema is? If you're a teacher, you know this because they teach you about building schema, right? A schema is a frame of reference, right? So you only know what you know. Isn't that fun to think about? You only know what you know. The more life experiences you have, the greater your capacity to develop a complex schema for things. So what I want you to think about tonight with this full moon is get out of your head. Get out up there. It's not good for you in there. It's not good for you in there. It's not safe for you in there. Scary, creepy things happen in your head. Don't do it. Don't do it. And you know what I did last night because I couldn't get out of my head into this full moon influences, and we were just creeping into Aquarius. I went for a walk. It was like I just had to physically, and for a minute my shoes hurt. And you know what I thought? That's so good right now because all I can think about is how bad my feet feel, and I'm out of my head. I'm not in that Aquarius, like I'm going to make up a reality and act on it. Okay, don't overthink. Does that resonate with you guys? Are you there right now? Are you overthinking? Okay, so stop thinking. Thinking is so bad for you. As a recovering professor, that's a funny thing for me to say. It's so bad for you. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I wanted to tell you. Oh, here's a little interesting factoid. I'm like a trivia person. I like to know things. In El Salvador, Patcha is a colloquial word for baby bottle. Isn't that interesting? Like the Patcha, la Patcha. So, I mean, getting back to that whole, you know, the idea of the mother and the safety and the nourishment and stuff in El Salvador, that is a colloquial phrase. Okay, so who's Pachamama? She's the sustainer of life. Here's what's interesting. And I'm not trying to, you know, bash religion at all, but I'm just sharing the story with you. So here we have lots of beautiful indigenous people celebrating Pachamama, seeing her as the creator and sustainer of life. And then we have Spanish explorers. I'm trying to give you like the kind of like the honey badger version of what happened. So then we have Spanish explorers. They come in. Let's make this Christian. Oh, this Pachamama thing is interesting. Here we have a Virgin Mary. Your Pachamama is very fertile. Our Virgin Mary is a virgin. And that's what it was. So there's been this whole like need really in South America to reconcile a very fertile, beautiful, pregnant, overflowing. If you see images of Pachamama, she's always hugely pregnant with child. It's not an immaculate conception. Do you know what I mean? Here's Pachamama, here's Virgin Mary. And so, and for me, it's interesting is I resonate really with both because I was raised with Virgin Mary and I still really think she's a powerful figure. I have a huge one at home. She brings me peace. She's on our meditation prayer altar here. So that just the image of the Virgin Mary calms my spirit. And here's Pachamama, who's quite different, you know, a little bit sexual even in the vibration, the energy around her. So it's taking the divine feminine and really thinking about the capacity to be a container for life. And I want you to think about in what ways you are that, in what ways you create and sustain life. And I'm not even talking about children. It's very simplistic to think about Pachamama in the literal maternal sense. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about the life that you create in your life. The art, the beauty, the love that you create, the relationships that you build. Whatever you touch that's different and more beautiful because you touched it, that's you as Pachamama. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, I know a lot of you in the room. I know what you do. Like I know how you touch a plant or you touch a garden or you touch a piece of metal and you make these things beautiful. I know who you are. And a lot of you online, I feel the same way. So anyway, that's my thought about Pachamama is you are Pachamama. She is you. This is what you're really doing tonight in a way, is in giving thanks to her, you're also expressing some gratitude to yourself. And let me tell you, so we talk a lot about this in my online classes, a lot of us empaths are victims of autoimmune diseases. I shouldn't say victim, it's a strong word, but we are sufferers of autoimmune conditions. Have you noticed that? Overwhelming proportions. And I think a lot of times it's because we have a sort of a deep inability to love and accept ourselves and to really say, I'm good and I'm good at things and I bring beautiful things into the world. We're constantly saying, what's wrong with me and why can't I do that and I'm not good enough. So in a way, what I want to invite you to do tonight is, as you're giving offerings to this figure, Pachamama, thinking about her as the earth, I also want you to give some gratitude and some thanks to yourself too, for all that you've done, giving thanks to your body. Do you ever stop and just think, I'm thankful for my shoulders, I'm thankful for my neck, I'm thankful for the fact that I don't have pain in certain parts of my body, I'm thankful for my hands and how much my hands do. Sometimes I look down at my hands because I'm aging, I can see it in my hands. It's one of the first places you see it, right? And I look down sometimes and I'm like, I'm so grateful, do you know? Like, as these hands change, these hands have loved and healed and nurtured and caressed and clenched up like they're mad and just done so many things, these hands. You know, they've made beautiful things and they have touched people in tender ways who aren't alive anymore, and just things that are very special. And I want you to start to look at your body that way, giving thanks for your body, giving thanks for just even the different parts of your body, giving thanks to your soul, giving thanks to your brain, giving thanks to each part of yourself. Any questions before we begin? Can you do that? Can you give thanks for all those things? Yeah? Do you have space for that? Okay, that's good. That's a good place to begin. Yeah, people in the feed are sharing certain, you know, parts of their lives that are affected by discomfort and autoimmune disease, and but also giving thanks too. It's really beautiful. It's beautiful. And I say that because I think we should look at the parts of ourselves. A lot of you are in my age group, and as you age and as you grow and you evolve, like, can you give thanks for those things? Because you've earned each one of those age spots, each one of those lines you've earned. Okay, so the theme for tonight is partly gratitude and also partly sacrifice. One of the quotes from the class I taught this week was, a lot of us want to have done things, but we don't want to do things. Isn't that interesting? You want to have done it, but you don't want to do it. You want the achievement part of it, but you don't want to put in what it requires from you. And I want you to think tonight too about, what sacrifices do you need to make in the next year in order to achieve what you want to create? What do you have to put in? If you want to grow vegetables, what are you going to have to do to create? You're going to have to create space. You're going to have to till the soil. You're going to have to plant seeds. You're going to have to tend it. You're going to have to take care of them. It's a very simple metaphor, but what if you want to build something big in your life? You're going to have to do the work. Nick and Slim Casey online said, oh Lord, she just summed up my life. I don't know about you, but I know a lot of people in my life who sure would like to have done, but don't want to do. And I know a lot of people who would say that's the true about their kids. I hear a lot from people at my age and a little bit older who are parents, who have teenagers and kids in their 20s who they want all the things, but they don't want to do the things. And so part of it is, instead of like hammering it home and trying to, like, you know, try and lead by example, and also remind them, where can you give thanks right now for what you have? And then what do you want to build from there? And what sacrifices are you willing to make? If you're journaling, if you're one who journals, tonight I want you to write down, what sacrifices am I willing to make to create what I seek? And maybe make a list of 5 things. What are you willing to sacrifice? Now let me, I'm digressing, I need to get back to the meditation, but let me say this, be careful what you write down, okay? Don't do that in a blithe way. You need to really think about it, because the universe takes you very seriously when you write things down. Have you noticed? Mm-hmm. Have you noticed? I taught my team my birthday ritual, which is every year on my birthday, I write down 11 wishes for the next year. And then I light 11 candles. I usually light one more for the wish I forgot to make. Mm. And I blow out the candles and I tuck the list away to read the next year. And every year, almost all 11 things happen. Mm. It's a really cool ritual for your birthday. The universe is serious when you write things down. So when you write down, I'm willing to give up blah, 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 and all of a sudden those things go poof, bye-bye. And then you're like, wait, no, I didn't mean today. Sorry, oh God. No, I need that today. Okay. I'm going to smudge real quick, open our circle, and we're going to get right to it. Smudge. I feel like I'm calling my cat. My cat's name is Smudge. We call him Smudgerman because it's much more official and sophisticated. Smudgerman. Okay. So just releasing anything from today, from yesterday, isn't serving you. Sending any energy that isn't for the highest good of this collective out to the four corners of the room that we're in, the four corners of the room that you're in, down the four corners, down into the very center of the earth, where we anchor it, allowing the earth to hold and transform that energy, calling in its place a divine white light of clarity, peace, acceptance, beauty, a little bit of happiness. Why not happiness? And so it is. Sure. This is Ray. She's trying to fix this. Yay. Okay. So just close your eyes. I'm going to open our circle. Sit comfortably. If you can, put your hands on your knees with your palms facing up. You don't have to see me, just listen. It's really good once one of your senses gets taken away, the other senses get stronger. Did you know that? So just be happy that you can't see me right now. It's real good. And I want you to imagine that extending out of your left palm is a white beam of light about 4 to 6 inches in diameter. Really visualize that white beam of light. Let yourself really see yourself holding it in your hand. Your hand usually gets warm when we do this, and that's because the energy is real. And that white beam of light, imagine extending it out of your palm, almost like a tube of light. And imagine that tube or beam of light extending from your left hand into the right hand of the person who's seated next to you around the circle. In this room, we have a good, 80 people. So they're going to share it around the room here. Online, virtually, you have people sitting next to you as well. And then you'll see that beam of light enter their right hand, move into their energy centers, move out of their left hand and into the right hand of the person next to them. And that way it expands clockwise all the way around tonight. Not just in the room, but all the way around the planet, as we have anchors in so many countries tonight. It's so beautiful. Thank you to those of you who stayed up very late to join me for this. I appreciate it. And that beam of light will come back to you in your right hand. And when it does, you will be holding the energy of the circle with you, just like I'm holding it here. And now I'm going to read a direction or an invocation to the direction. This one's a little bit different. I wanted to do something that had more of an indigenous feel to it. So this is actually an Iroquois invocation to the 4 directions plus Mother Earth and Father Sun. And if you like this, I will put it in writing for you so that you can keep it. But just for now, just close your eyes and enjoy. And it begins in the south. To the winds of the south, great serpent, wrap your coils of light around us tonight. Teach us to shed the past the way you shed your skin. Teach us to walk softly on the earth. Teach us the beauty way. To the west and the winds of the west, Mother Jaguar, protect our medicine space and teach us the way of peace. Teach us to live impeccably and show us the way beyond death. In the north, we call to the winds of the north, hummingbird, grandmothers, grandfathers, ancient ones. Come and warm your hands by our fires. Whisper to us in the wind. We honor those of you who have come before us, and you who will come after us, our children's children. In the east, I call to the winds of the east, great eagle, condor, come to us from the place of the rising sun. Keep us under your wing, show us the mountains we only dare to dream of, and teach us to fly wing to wing with the Great Spirit. Mother Earth, we've gathered here for the honoring of all of your children, the stone people, the plant people, the four-legged, the two-legged, the creepy crawlers, the finned ones, the furred ones, the winged ones, and all of our relations. Father Sun, Grandmother Moon, and to the star nations, Great Spirit, you who are known by 1,000 names, and you who are the unnameable one. Thank you for bringing us together tonight and allowing us together to sing the song of life. So beautiful. And so my wish for you, as it always is that the delicate and precious balance of the four elements together with Grandmother Sun and Grandfather Sun and Grandmother Moon will make itself known to you, not just tonight, but always. May you walk in beauty. And so it is. So it is. Simple but lovely, yeah? Sometimes the simplest ones are the best ones. So I'm happy to share that with you in our group. I don't want you to feel like you have to write it down. Okay. So I want you to hold at least one stone for our ritual tonight. If you have two, that's really good. You have one pause, which is nice. One of the reasons that I love working with stones so much is because they are the mother. You know? They are the mother. And I love anything that reminds me of how small I am, how short my life is. It's ironic to say, I'm lighting my candle right now, and you can light yours too. It's ironic to say, but I find peace in that, you know, knowing how small I am. Do you do that too? Sometimes you think your problems are so big, you know? They're so important, and then you look up at the stars and it's like, I'm so small. I'm so small. And that dumb thing, that dumb person I'm worried about right now is really small too. So small. It's so good. It's so good. You're small, but you're big. You're tiny, and you're everything. That's the universe, yeah? Okay. So hold your stones while we go into meditation. There's going to be a certain point where I talk about offering the stones to Pachamama. You'll be doing it in a virtual sense. Obviously, you're not going to bury the stones right now. But then I'd like you to decide. You can make a Pachamama altar at home. You can make a despacho. I'm going to talk for just a couple minutes when we're done about doing that. Or you can literally bury them if you want to when you go home. And what a beautiful ritual that would be under the full moon tonight to do that. You know? Really beautiful. Involve the little ones in your life. They need to see this. They need to know what it means to give thanks. And not just on one day when there's a turkey. That's the only gratitude ritual your kids know. I'm really happy that you know me right now. It's real good. Okay, so put your hands on your knees with your palms facing up. Roll your shoulders back. Close your eyes. And I want you to imagine, let me take you for just a few minutes. Let me fly you on the wings of the condor or the eagle. And I want you to imagine that we are traveling across space and time to Peru, to the ancient ruins, to the Mayan temples, the Incan temples. And I want you to imagine that you are in that birthplace of one of the most powerful civilizations ever to exist on the planet. In Peru, they speak of the Apu, or the mountain spirits, the grandfather mountains that encircle and protect the entire country. And the Apu are guardians as well of Pachamama. And I want you to envision in your mind this circle of 7 mountains, these towering mountains that anchor this beautiful country. Even if you've never seen them, your soul knows this place. And I want you to envision the 7 mountains surrounding this beautiful place. And then I want you to focus your vision in the center of those 7 mountains. And as we come closer to you, Pachamama, to you, Great Mother, Grandmother Earth, let us come close to you. Let us gather with you. Let us connect with you this evening. And I want you to notice as you're in this meditation, this visualization, where are you walking? Where are your steps taking you? Are they taking you to one of the grand pyramids? Do you feel like you're wanting to climb up and touch the sky? Are they taking you into the deep jungles where you're wanting to feel the moist air and the plants and smell the flowers? There's such a denseness in the Amazon jungle. It's almost like you can't breathe, and yet there's life there that's just expansive beyond description. And see where your mind wants to take you. Does it want to take you skyward? Does it want to take you inward toward the jungle? Pachamama is all of these places and more. And so we ask you tonight, Great Mother, to take us to the place where we can connect with you most easily. And where would you like us to commune with you this evening? Maybe she's taking you where there's water, to the Amazon River. And we ask you, Great Mother Spirit, to help us open a door to connect with you tonight. Show us how to enter you. Should we enter you through the earth? Should we enter you through the water? Should we enter you through the stones? What's the portal for us tonight? And let her take you to a place where you can open the earth or open the water or open the stones. Some of you may be taken to these beautiful pyramids and be shown pockets in the stones of the pyramids. I feel like some of you are being taken there. What is she showing you? What part of herself is she exposing to you tonight? And take this as a really beautiful sign. What element are you supposed to be working with? Does she want you connecting more with eagle energy and flight and air? Does she want you connecting more with the stones and the stone people? Does she want you connecting more with water? Is she taking you to an open space where she's piling some of her sacred logs to create a fire to connect with her? See if she doesn't show an element to you tonight. And as you journey with her right now, I want you to be aware of how beautifully simple this is. Just letting her take you to a place and connect with you on such a simple level takes all the complexity, all of the tangles out, and just makes it so simple and so easy for you to be with her. Just to be with her soil, just to be with her plants, just to be with her water, just to create fire with her. And so as you hold your stones, I want you to imagine her, and you can work with her to open that space. If it's soil, we usually open it with our hand. We dig and we create a pocket within her using our hand. If it's a stone place, maybe she's created a pocket or a place for you to leave an offering. If she's taking you to a river or tributary to the water's edge, find a pocket there where you can make a sweet offering to her tonight. If she's helping you build a fire, that'll be very easy for you to make a fire offering. And so, Pachamama, we approach you with such great reverence tonight, with such gratitude for all that you've given us. We make a commitment to you as we come close to the fall equinox. We make a commitment to you that in this darker half of our year in the Northern Hemisphere, that every time we ask something from you, we will return something to you. We make that commitment tonight. We give thanks for every bounty that you have created in our lives this year. We take a moment just to say thank you, thank you, thank you for everything that has come to us. And in your mind's eye, really focus your attention on 3 things that have come to you this year. Relationships, people, achievements, things that you've built, things that you've made, gifts that you've been given. And just quietly to yourself, give thanks for each one of those things. Stop before each one. And just quietly to yourself, I give thanks for, and whatever the blessing is. And next I give thanks for, and whatever the blessing is. And finally I give thanks for whatever the blessing is. And I challenge you to let one of these, just one of these, be something difficult. Now I want you to take your stones in your hands. One of the things you can do, because your breath, your life force is so powerful, is I want you to, on your inhale, really focus every ounce of gratitude that you can muster, every ounce of gratitude you can offer. And on the exhale, I want you to blow that gratitude into your stones. Okay, and we'll do it together. Are you ready? Go ahead and inhale and exhale. Let's do it one more time, and really this time focusing as you look at the stones, thinking about each of those blessings that you are so, so, so grateful for. Ready? Inhale. Gratitude. All the things that have come to pass, even if it wasn't how you intended. Casey had to kiss her stones, and that's totally fine. So now I want you to return them, one in each hand. And wherever this pocket is that she's created space for you, I want you to visualize yourself tucking these stones into her, returning these stones to her, which is what you're doing. You are returning these stones to the mother. So if she gave you a stone opening, place the stones there. See if you can really visualize in there. If she gave you an earth opening, bury the stones inside of her. Return them to the womb. If she gave you a water opening, return these stones to the edge of the water. Or you can throw them into the river or the lake if that feels right. If she gave you a fire opening, you can place these stones at the bottom of the fire, at the base. We offer these things to you, our great mother, in return for all that you have blessed us with this year. All of the crops that we are harvesting now, recognizing these are gifts from you, and we give thanks. And Great Mother, I want you to guide us tonight and teach us. Maybe come with us in dream time if there isn't time now. And show us the things that we haven't expressed gratitude for, but that we need to. What's our blind spot, Pachamama? What are we not seeing as a gift that truly is? Sometimes our fear or our ego prevents us from seeing things as the gifts that they truly are. So what is that? What is that that's truly a gift that's hard for you to see right now? Now, if you're wearing any talismans, I'm wearing one. If you're wearing any talismans that you feel really connect you to Pachamama, I'd like you to wrap your hands around that talisman now and do the same thing. So just calling in all of that on the inhale, all of that energy, everything that you're so grateful for. And then on the exhale, we're going to blow that gratitude into your talisman. So you ready? Let's go ahead and inhale. And exhale. So that whenever we wear these sacred tools, these talismans, we're reminded of the many gifts in our life that are sometimes hard to see, the many blessings that surround us every day. And so, Pachamama, we come to you tonight with no requests. We come to you only with gratitude, a singular commitment to ourselves, to you, to the sacrifices that we need to make. And so the only request that we would make of you truly tonight is that you continue to wrap your arms around us, continue to keep us safe, connected to you, grounded in you. And I want you to close your eyes and really just allow yourself to lean in to her while I drum for just a couple of minutes, drumming you into your connection with her, deepening your connection to her this evening. And just let your body soften, much as you would if you were an infant with your own mother. Just let your body soften for a few minutes. It's a beautiful thing, especially for those of us who have lost our mothers, never had a mother, have had a difficult connection to our mothers, to know that the mother is always there. I'm going to play it at the end of our time tonight. I'm going to leave this recording actually when we're done, and I'm going to play it in the room if you want to stay and listen. There's a song called Returning by Jennifer Barazan. And that song is my gift to you, to extend the energy of this ritual tonight. I just want to invite you. It's one of the most magical songs. And when you listen, you'll know why. You'll know why I'm offering that song to you. With gratitude, Pachamama, we leave your embrace tonight. It feels so good to come to you with no request, only gratitude. I give thanks to you for all of the elements you have within your reach. I ask that you bless the people in the southern states of my country, to allow those waters to retreat, to heal their spaces and their hearts, to bless those who have lost much, to teach them not to fear water. We honor your power. We know that your elements can create and destroy. We ask for peace tonight. But with no other request, we leave you only in gratitude. We are grateful for everything that you offer, for the embrace that is constant, for the mothering that you offer to all of us at every age, at every point in our life, knowing that we will ultimately return to your embrace one day when the time comes. And so it is. So it is. So just gently roll your shoulders back, turn your head from side to side. Give yourself a good hug. Hug the person next to you. Just let the space, create the space to be held. So it is. Okay. So what I want you to do in the next 24 hours, you ready? I always give you homework. This is fun homework though. You don't have to do it. I just recommend it. There is a word in Spanish, despacho. Okay. And despacho is an offering. I've been part of huge despachos. Despacho is the size of this room that I'm in, which is a real big room. Where you take everything in a despacho, everything in an offer to Pachamama has to be compostable, has to be something that can return to the earth and be completely consumed. Okay. So you don't want to put anything in your offering that you wouldn't want to return to her. Do you know what I mean? So everything natural, plants, flowers, fruits. Some people put candies in their despachos. They're very colorful, actually. They're really beautiful. Remember one year I was making a despacho with a group and we were desperate for candy. So we ran to Trader Joe's and all they had were the candy coated sunflower seeds. It sounds really weird, but like that's all they had. So we're like candy coated sunflower seeds in our despacho. It was very Trader Joe's that year. But you can put everything beautiful. I mean, it should be beautiful. You can put crystals. You can put, a white sage bundle, bless you. You can put, just if it's beautiful, it speaks to you and it's natural, put it in your despacho. A despacho is an offering. That's all it is. It's a decomposable offering to the mother. And so traditionally you burn a despacho. And Amy's asking about tobacco. Absolutely, Amy, I would definitely put tobacco, ceremonial tobacco is always a beautiful offering. And you have it in the Pachamama kit. So it's already there for you. You lay out, whether it's canvas or jute or whatever kind of compostable fabric that you want to use. You lay out all of your offerings on top of it. If you have people with you, have them go in a circle and lay their flowers and their stones and everything on it. We could actually do one, not tonight, but we could do one later down the road at Sage Goddess if we wanted to, and take it here to burn it at Dockweiler Beach, which is our local beach where you can burn the things. It's real good. You lay everything out. You tie it up with, some sort of organic string that can be returned to the earth, and then take it and you burn it, and then you bury the ashes. And there's different points of the year you can do that. You don't have to burn your despacho, by the way. If you make a little tiny despacho, which is what I'm recommending that you do, maybe a couple of white sage leaves and You know what I mean? Just little flower petals. It's more the energy and the effort than it is the thing. When you make a big despacho, it's just sexy. It's fun. And you've got people happening. And if you do it the right way, you do have like beer and wine, and you're pouring your things, your spirits into the despacho. I mean, Pachamama knows how to give a good time. She made all kinds of plant medicine, you know. So Pachamama didn't do that because she's boring. I'm just saying. So, but you can make a little tiny one and then bury it. You know, make a little ritual out of that and bury that in your yard or bury it somewhere that's sacred to you. And you can even make a little marking on top of it, leave a little stone so you remember where your despacho is buried. I think it's beautiful because this is her month. Truly, August is her month. In South America, they're doing all this right now. That's why I chose this right now, because we're tapping into that energy field of what's already happening in Peru and El Salvador and all those beautiful countries. So do it under the full moon tonight. Just make a little tiny despacho. It can be so, so easy. And return it to her. It'd be beautiful if you could do it under full moonlight tonight. If you're here in the shop after we're done in just a couple of minutes, we're going to have you go downstairs because we have little herb pouches for you to take home to make a despacho with as a love gift from us. Okay, so I'm going to blow out my candle with huge gratitude to Pachamama for all that she gives. Ask very little in return. And we give thanks. So return to where you were. Hands on your knees, palms facing up. And just as the energy of the circle came to you in your right hand, you're going to release the energy of the circle from your right hand, counterclockwise, widdershins, as we say, around the circle. As we do, just imagine sending love to everybody in the circle. There are people in the circle tonight who are hurting, let me tell you, for all kinds of reasons. Some of you, it may be you, people in the room, hurting. So just send an extra wave of love to anybody in the circle who needs to be held and seen. Watching that energy unwind, it'll come back to you in your left hand. And when it does, I like to turn my left hand upside down and send all of the energy that we raised tonight down to the very center of the earth. And we do that because it's not good to hold all that energy. We raised a lot of energy tonight, so it's good to send it back down to the earth. Pachamama knows what to do with it, you know? And it's a beautiful visual too. Sometimes at night, I will imagine sending down into her this way, anything I can't handle, problems too big for me, you know what I mean? I was up late last night thinking about all the people in all of my groups who are in the South right now. And I mean, just posting pictures of, you know, their kids on these boats and trying to like take whatever was left of their belongings. And it's too much for me. So I was just laying there last night thinking, I have to give this to you, Mom. I ask for their safety and their protection, and I give it back to you. So you can just do that at night. Anything that's too big for you, you don't have to hold it. That's what the oceans and the earth and the sky are there for. You don't have to hold it all yourself. Someone said gazpacho. It sure is not a gazpacho, but it's funny. I'm sort of raising a glass and laughing with you. I can't even. That's funny though. Okay. I release the elementals. I always begin in the north. Great guardians, gatekeepers of the north, we thank you for the wisdom you brought to the circle this evening. We release you. Great guardians of the west, we're heading towards your season quickly here. We thank you for the ability to connect deeply with our own emotions, resisting nothing. Great guardians of the south, we thank you for the courage it takes to do the sacred work that we're here to do. Thank you for lighting the fire, lighting our way. We release you. And great guardians of the east, for all new beginnings, for every morning that we wake up with a brand new chance to live our life in alignment with our purpose. We thank you for each of those new beginnings. We release you from your service to the circle. And so it is. So it is. If you can't see me, just keep listening to me. Thank you, everybody. Nicely done. So I have a very interesting goddess coming for you. Are you familiar with Ma'at? Are you familiar with Ma'at? Let me read something to you for just a minute. I should have marked the page, but I didn't. Oh, here we go. Ma'at is the regal high queen. She appears and she walks toward you. She looks like a female pharaoh, majestic with a tall headdress, the double Ma'at crown on her head, and a hawk sits on her shoulder. There is so much light around her that you cannot see her face, nor are you meant to. On the top of the headdress are mirrors, and around each mirror are rubies and opals. The headdress is 2 feet tall, with 2 large ostrich feathers coming together, long, tall, and round, and she wears a magnificent emerald necklace around her neck. As you gaze upon the splendor of Ma'at, you see yourself reflected in the mirrors, and you realize the true purpose of all light is only to know thyself. To see Ma'at, the more clearly you will see yourself. This has always been the secret purpose within the great mysteries. The more you seek to find divinity outside of you, the more you are led to see it within. That's so true. This is Ma'at. This is who I am taking you to meet shortly. She is the eternal divinity who has created order from chaos since the dawn of creation. Her being provides nourishment for all of the gods, and they thrive in and through us when we express Ma'at in our own lives. She is justice, balance, order, and light. She is truth, the cosmic truth, not the relative truth. So here's what I want to tell you about Ma'at. I chose her because Isis is sort of 2009. You know what I mean? Love Isis. We've done Isis. We've been with Isis for a while. Isis is very important. Ma'at may be the most all-purpose goddess kit I've made for you all year, and I'll tell you why. If you need justice or a right outcome, she is the one. I mean, she is the goddess. Other than Athena, there are no other goddesses in any other pantheons who represent balance and truth and justice for you. So if you're struggling and you're having a hard time, you can work with Ma'at's energy to create divine order and balance. And you can also call upon Ma'at to help other people see themselves more clearly so they don't project so much onto you. Do you know what I mean? That's what she does. She's going to show you, but she's also going to show them. Does that make sense? And that's not your work to do, but she sort of intercedes in a really clever, interesting way. So wait until next month. We have a really awesome meditation coming with Ma'at. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. You got to be ready for truth. Are you ready for truth? I'm interested in truth. I like it. I like real truth. I find myself looking at people and wondering, what's true about you? Do you ever think about that? Like, what can I know that's true about you? It's kind of a fun game. It's not really a game, but I think about that sometimes. Like, I want to ask people, everybody I meet, so what's true about you? It's an interesting question, isn't it? Like, if I were to ask you, what would you say? What's true about you? You got to struggle with it for a minute. Like, I am, and you really got to, like, what's the thing? You should write it down. We should all share it on the event page. What's true about me is in your own words, right? So anyway, that's Ma'at, and she's coming. A couple things I want to tell you. So we've been trying to do like fun codes and things for the full moon events, and I think you guys have been waiting for it. If you want to get full moon tools, full moon 16, for the next 2 days, but only till midnight tomorrow, is 16% off the whole shop. You can use that to get your Ma'at kit or anything else you want. Here's what happened though. Are you ready? So with the Ma'at kit, we put zebra jasper and red jasper, which are great stones for Ma'at. But we're human, and guess what we forgot? Tiger's eye is her stone. So we're going to give it to you for free, but you have to put a code when you order your Ma'at kit, and you're going to get a free piece of natural tiger's eye with your order. Isn't that pretty? When I can have natural, I prefer that to tumbled. So you have to say justice. And then you're going to get your free tiger's eye that should have been yours anyway. But now you get 3 stones. Usually you get 2. Now you're going to get 3. Seriously, that was a faux pas. You don't like not give tiger's eye with Ma'at. Yeah. we all kind of looked at each other like, wow, that was a fail. That was really bad. At least we caught it. We're all human. Okay. And then I think I have 2 other announcements for people in the room, but I don't want to tell you online because I don't want to make you jealous. We have an incredible sound bath coming here to Stage Goddess on Sunday. but it's not virtual. I can't make a virtual platform for that. Pamela, it is coming with the kits that are on auto ship. I'm pretty sure it's already coming to the kits on auto ship. Yeah. So you don't have to do that. But if you're purchasing a kit, you got to say justice, unless you don't want it. I think you want it. Honestly, I feel bad if you don't have it. That's a miss on my part. I'm not happy about that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. If you're open to it, though, wouldn't it be fun to share? We should probably do it in the Full Moon Ritualist group. I want to know what's true about you. I want to know what you're grateful for, and I want to know what's true about you. And we'll all kind of share with each other. I think that could be really fun. I'll have the Ray and our social team put the link to the Full Moon Ritualist group in the feed. If you haven't joined that yet, we have a Full Moon community. I think most of you are in it, but it'd be a fun follow-up place for us to have that conversation. So we'll do that for you. Okay, namaste, everybody. I see you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I will see you next month. Next month, we have 2 rituals. You know that, right? We have live full moon ritual, and then we have live black moon ritual. Are you ready for that? It's going to be a lot of fun. Save the dates for me next month. I'll see you guys soon. Yay!